Hello, everyone. I think this is live. Yes, I know the lighting is really bad in here. And yes, I am wearing my birds aren't real shirt. Um, our fan light, which is halogen, I don't know, it blew out and Wayne had to take the fan apart. So the lighting is super bad in here. But I'm getting ready for, excuse me, for bed. Had a really rough day in that I had a lot of presentations to do. So I am exhausted and my voice is giving out. But I wanted to give you guys a brief update. I see there are at least a few people watching. Please keep me company in comments. But brief campaign update. First thing, I've been watching. It's all of Wayne's fault. It always is all Wayne's fault. And hello, Carlin. I've been watching my emails like a hawk. No JC decision yet. I'm going to bed. So we'll talk about it tomorrow if one comes out. Remember, the only reason I had believed it would come out today was because Chuck Moulton, who's on the JC, was in my stream the other day, and he said that was his belief. It wasn't his guarantee or anything. So don't blame Chuck if it's not out today. It's just that's when he expected it to be, but he's but one person. My original prediction was it wouldn't be till this weekend, and I tend to think my original prediction is right. But I'll keep an eye out on my emails, and once I know, you'll know. And remember, Paul, hey, JJ, this isn't about a decision on the actual purge. It's an appeal on whether or not the LNC should do its job and make a decision on the purge. This is just step one. It's ridiculous, all the hoops this LNC is making the agreed members in Massachusetts go through. But I hope karma will have its due in 3 weeks. But until then, I want to see justice for the Massachusetts 47. Now, brief campaign update. Part of this is my fault. Part of it is not. COVID really did me in. I was never so sick I was near death or anything like that. But it messed me up. Like the bad flu does. Again, not equating the two, just giving an example. As you know, my voice still isn't right. But what really isn't right, excuse me, is my energy levels. You guys kind of know me as the Energizer Bunny who never stops and never sleeps. That's not me right now. I swear I could sleep 3 days in a row. Everything feels like a chore. And after I've been up for a little while without a nap, it's almost literally torture. You could probably see me I'm really frazzled right now. I'm going to bed immediately after this stream. I have to force myself to get things done. So the brief campaign update is I have ordered my postcards. I probably should have done that a week ago, but I just couldn't. I finished the design today. I ordered them rush, which means they should be here in plenty of time. However, all of the printing companies have a notice that says, due to unavoidable supply chain shortages, thank you, President Biden, they are running behind. So I may not get the postcards in time to mail them. I think I will. I found the company that allegedly had the fastest turnaround time, and I paid for overnight shipping. However, the way my postcards are, even if they can't be mailed, they're still ideal to pass out on delegate tables. So it's not a waste in either way. And another thing that delays the mailing, which I might have to forego this time, depending upon when I get them, is I like to personalize them. People who have gotten mailers from me in the past know that the Christmas card you guys got from me, that was unusual because it wasn't hand signed. I like to personalize all of my mailers. I think the personal touch matters. I like to hand sign them. I like to put a little note on them if it's somebody that I know. I might not be able to do that this time. If I'm going to, so just an FYI. Plus, I don't have the whole delegate list. No one does. I'm not blaming that on anyone. I'm just saying it's a reality. I've only got a partial delegate list. So it might be that some people get a mailer, some people don't. Everyone gets it on their tables. I don't know. All I wanted to let you know is I made a really nice design that I'm proud of. It's got really good information on it, and they're ordered. And it's ordered from a Florida company who should have some of the least restrictions. So we'll see. Where that leaves us is depending upon when I get them, and how many names I have on the delegate list, then I'll know what the postage is. Because I promised I'd let you guys know a like solid dollar figure that I still needed to raise. I don't know that yet until I know if I get the postcards in time. Because if I don't have to pay for mailing, I may be done. And if I over raise money, see, I do something that I've done before. I forget who it was. I think it was Tom Arnold actually that got this. What I do, if I over raise, so if I raise more money than I need, I write the last donors, and offer them a refund. I've done that before. I don't call myself a politician, but just for this example, let's call me a politician. Most people said, holy crap, I've never known a politician to do that. However, because I am, not working, unemployed is the word I was looking for. I mean, I do have a part-time job with my YouTube channel, quite obviously. If I end up over raising, I will ask the last donors if they want a refund or if they want to help pay for my hotel room. I don't expect my donors to pay for my hotel room because I'm also there as a delegate, So this is a long way of saying I don't know yet, but I'm going to put this up on the screen. I'm still raising. If I raise more than I need, you will have the opportunity, the last donors, to get a refund or choose what to do. I am like brutally transparent when that comes, but I'd like to have the money in case I needed it. So the postcards are ordered. They should be on their way. If they get here next week, I'll be able to mail them. If they don't get here next week, I'll just distribute them. There are other delegate education items that I need to print to distribute, but they don't have to be on fancy postcard stock. They could just be on some heavyweight paper. I could maybe even print them at home to save costs. When it comes to spending other people's money, which is what I consider my donors, I'm cheap. I am cheap. Like you should have seen some of the Airbnbs that I stayed in on the campaign trail. Sketch. Okay? Sketch. But I'm cheap with other people's money. The people in Tennessee who picked me up and took me to my Airbnb will tell you, oh my God, you sure? I'm like, it was only $35 a night, baby. I wasn't going to pay $100 and something on donor money when I could pay $35 a night. Okay, so there's for my secretary campaign fund. I thank you, everyone. I know this has been a long, trying ordeal. We are nearing the end of the tunnel. And when this is all done, I don't mind going through even publicly. I'll have to think about it though, because I have some haters, whatever you want to call it, that like twist everything I say. I'd like to give for next people to run for who are running for LNC a realistic estimate of how much it actually costs to run for an LNC position. It's not cheap. But one thing this has done, it's given me a lot of fundraising skills that I'm going to be able to put immediately to use. Because if you don't know, I'm running for town council this year in Castle Rock. My campaign for that will be starting in September. It's a winnable race. It's it's not an at-large, so it's just for a district. So definitely a winnable race, definitely one that I can knock on every door, So I'm looking forward to that. Also, what date? Hold on. I want to look at the date here. It's coming up. The 10th. I once again applied for a public office appointment in Castle Rock for their Historic Preservation Committee. Like, it's sheer politics that I did not get that appointment last time. It's because the town council member who's in charge of the appointments is the lady I'm running against in November. It's just politics, because there's no doubt that I'm qualified. Like, if there's one thing I'm qualified for, well, there's many things, a handful of things that I'm qualified for. One of those things is a historical board. Okay? I mean, really? But we'll see. So I have that interview on the 10th. However, if I win my town council race, I'll have to resign that seat. But if I win my town council race, that means that the town council representative that was on that committee is the lady I beat, and I probably would just end up being the town council representative on that committee. So it's a win-win in either way. And it's something I would enjoy doing. Like, I'm perfectly cut out for a historical board. I think why they don't want me on there is because I don't believe in using taxpayer money. Go figure. I don't believe in using taxpayer money to preserve Castle Rock history. I am passionate about preserving Castle Rock history, and I think other people are too, enough to voluntarily pay for it. More than enough that we could get companies and corporations in order to be able to put up a little plaque or something for free advertising that would pay to preserve some of these historical sites. I don't think we use taxpayer money for that. And, you tell them the government you don't want to use taxpayer money, sometimes not the most popular thing, but you guys know me well enough. I will never compromise my principles to get appointed to something or to get elected to something. I think I have proven that. And I won't do it for public office either. I'm doing a video, Wayne. So give me a few minutes. Shut the door as well. Yeah. Yeah, this was supposed to be. Everyone said hi, Wayne. Yeah, so that's what's going on with my life right now. So I do hope I win the seat. I'm running a real race, but I will not compromise my principles to win. I will not water down my message. I am inspired. He doesn't know I'm going to mention his name, by Mark Montoni. Mark Montoni was elected to I think it was a zoning board in Virginia. It was 17 people. He said nearly every vote was 16-1. And he said that one no vote meant he was doing his job. And that inspired me. I love Castle Rock. I will always do things that are in the best interest of Castle Rock without committing aggression against other people. So I'm going to run a full race. I do want to win, but if I don't win, I don't win. That's just the way it goes. Anyway, that's what's going on with me. Because we're coming up on 3 weeks, you are running out of time to get your good convention t-shirt. There's the link. They do have rush shipping, so you probably could order really close to convention, but why pay extra? I don't get any benefit from you paying for rush shipping. Neither does the independent designer who I split the profits with. So get it now while you can still get it with normal shipping, because, oh my God, I've seen some of the crap. Threw up in my mouth a little. I've seen some of the crap that's going to be on the designed stuff, that's going to be the official convention gear, it's not good. No, you don't want it. You don't want it. Oh, thank you, Carlin. Yeah, the notice shirts are great too. I just looked and saw an email and I was wondering if it was the JC decision, but it's not. It's my Google alerts. All right. That's it for me. I ordered my mailers. I'm going to bed. I've got to record my radio show tomorrow. I know everyone, by the way. Okay. I'm also not going to be commenting very much. There's a tiny bit of commentary I'm going to do on my radio show on the leak from the Supreme Court. Why? Do I not have opinions? Yes, I have lots of opinions. However, I am platform committee chair, and I promised my platform committee that I would stay out of this stuff that could possibly come up in Reno and maintain my impartiality. In fact, guard my impartiality. And that's why I'm not commenting on this stuff. After Reno, I'll say whatever I want, but I made a promise to my committee and I intend to keep it. The only commenting I'm going to do on it is the assertion that the legal reasoning in the original case was good. Even very hardcore pro-choice people concede that the legal reasoning was bad. That's not to say that the conclusion was bad. I'm not going there. Just going to talk about the legal reasoning because legal scholars from the left have said ever since Roe versus Wade was passed that the legal reasoning was bad. So I'm not surprised that it got overturned. I also don't think it's going to be this massive victory that hardcore pro-lifers think it's going to be. And I don't think it's going to be this massive disaster that hardcore pro-choicers think it's going to be. We haven't seen the decision yet. So I just want to talk about the flimsy legal arguments, maybe a little bit on my show without talking about like my ultimate position on the issue that doesn't matter. As a paralegal, I'm interested in the legal reasoning. And I got an email today that pissed me off from moveon.org. Yes, I do get far left. I get far right and far left emails because I like knowing what opponents of mine think. And basically, the moveon.org email said that the only people that disagreed with the reasoning in Roe versus Wade was ultra conservative, whatever. And that's just not true. That's just not true at all. It's objectively false. And I don't like being lied to. I don't like being lied to by either side. And I get lied to by emails. I don't get them anymore. I used to get a lot of real Trumpian emails because I signed up and they were some of the worst as well. Like they were just as bad as moveon.org, but in the other direction. But anyway, most of my radio show this weekend is going to be dealing with the freak out over Elon Musk buying Twitter. That interests me a whole lot more, to be honest with you. Like the whole, because I'm a free speech absolutist. You guys know that. So that issue interests me a whole lot more. It won't cause me to, I think, violate any promise I made to the platform committee, that sort of thing. So that's what mostly my radio show is going to be about. And I might throw in a few other topics if you guys have any ideas. I'll probably talk about the upcoming convention in Reno because I have talked on my radio show about about my removal as a whistleblower. And so I'll probably talk about that a little bit. But don't expect terribly much on Roe versus Wade out of me. Just not going to happen. So that's like one blessing of me not being on social media right now. And I haven't been perfect at my social media fast. I've commented on a couple posts. I just couldn't help myself, but I'm getting better. I'm not perfect. I'm getting better. Okay. I think that's it for this evening. Let me double check my emails one more time to make sure. What was that? That there's no JC decision that I can't break to you live. Nope. No JC decision yet. Bummer. It's the waiting. It's, oh yeah, oh my God. Stuff Bud does. I'm such a terrible YouTuber. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, because you all just come on when you see the notification on social media, please subscribe. I know by my statistics that I've gotten more watchers, but the subscribe statistic is flat. So it's completely incongruous with the amount of views I'm getting. Subscribers aren't going down by any means. They're always consistently going up, but they're not going up at the same rate as I'm getting consistent viewers. So please hit subscribe. I know a lot of you don't like YouTube or Google more so. Like you don't want them tracking what you like, but it would do me a solid if you would subscribe. It boosts me in the algorithm. Thank you. And hitting like helps as well. And actually, even though YouTube doesn't show dislikes anymore, even hitting dislike if you hated the video helps. Like even my haters help me. Like all comments are help. All comments help, good or bad. All likes or dislikes help. Funny enough, in the algorithm, YouTube just wants to see interest, good or bad. Now, I obviously want to see likes. And the subscription really, really helps me. And I always forget to ask. All right, I'm going to bed now and I want to let Wayne back in the office because I just threw him out. I feel bad. You guys have